The so-called coupe-SUV body style, which is basically just a sloping roofline, is one of the latest trends in the automotive design. That is why there is no surprise that electric crossovers are eagerly adopting it as well, trying to underline their sporty nature. Today we'll be covering the best electric coupe-SUVs on the market that charge the offensive against internal combustion models, not only with better performance, but also incredibly good looks. Subscribe to Automotive Territory to always get alerted about the new EV videos, and enjoy the ride. LYNK CO ZERO. Launched back in 2016, LYNK Co is a subsidiary of the Chinese Geely and a corporate sibling of Volvo. The company usually builds its vehicles on the basis of Volvo's CMA platform, but this is about to change with the arrival of their first zero-emissions crossover in 2021. It is rumored to debut a dedicated architecture that will be used for Geely's future electric vehicles. The model comes powered by a 100 kWh battery pack that feeds an undisclosed number of motors. It should also accelerate to 60 in under 4 seconds and drive for 400 miles on a full charge. In terms of exterior design, Zero blends a sporty crossover with an elegant sedan and gets a full-width LED taillight, a spoiler, and a sloping glass roof. The cabin specs have not been announced yet, but you can notice a large central screen infotainment, a digital dashboard, and leather interior. Ford Mustang Mach-E. Ford's first non-compliance electric car has everything going for it. A catchy name with a 50-year-long history, powerful coupe design borrowed directly from its IC sports sibling, and competitive range. The entry-level select models will not disappoint with 230 miles in the EPA cycle. Premium gets you 300, plus there is a 2-year complimentary access to the Ford Fast Charging network. As standard, this is a single-motor rear-wheel drive crossover, but $2,700 will get you electric all-wheel drive. By putting 266 horsepower to the wheels, the entry-level Mach-E manages to do 0 to 60 sprints in 5.2 seconds. But the true Mustang potential was reserved for the buyers of the upper GT trim. In this case, its motor duet outputs 459 horsepower, reflected on the speedometer as mid 3 seconds 0 to 60. The CV gets an all-new vertical 15.5-inch Sync 4A infotainment, a 10.2-inch digital cluster, and Ford's latest driver assistance tech, Copilot 360 2.0. Audi Q4 Sportback Etron. Unlike the original Etron SUV, this compact version is being developed on the VW modular platform and will become the first out of 3 electric Audis mounted on the MEB by 2025. This model is an expected follow-up to a less sporty standard Etron Q4 concept from the 2019 Geneva, and both models are on schedule to begin production in 2021. The familiar single or dual-motor powertrain is tuned to output up to 306 horsepower and 339 pound-feet of torque, propelling the car from 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds. The expected real range can reach 250 miles for all-wheel drive or 280 miles if you choose a rear-drive version. The cockpit of this model was simplified to feature 2 screens instead of the usual trio on modern Audis. Instead, there is an augmented reality head-up display with satellite navigation. Finally, on the inside, this model appears to have upholstery made of sustainable materials. Nissan Ariya. Already revealed in its production-ready look, Nissan's first all-electric crossover will go on sale in late 2021, but it does promise to be worth the wait. The model sits on a brand new platform, finally gets liquid battery cooling, and abandons the angular design language from the brand's previous cars. To suit any customer, the Ariya comes powered either by a single motor or a dual-motor all-wheel drive system, netting from 218 to 394 horses. There are also 2 battery options. The smaller 63 kWh pack offers from 240 to 250 miles, while the larger 87 kWh one is good for 320 to 340 miles. This crossover has a lounge-like interior that seats 5 and features the brand's most advanced technologies, like a dual-screen digital cockpit, haptic controls, and the ProPilot 2.0 system that enables hands-free driving. NIO EC6. Despite everything that is happening in China and in the world this year, the Chinese electric car manufacturer NIO is one of the hottest companies on the stock market. In 2020, they managed to start production and customer deliveries of their latest model. It is based on the ES6 midsize SUV and is distinguished by a new coupe-SUV profile while getting the familiar interior tech and drivetrain setup. As standard, the crossover is propelled by a dual permanent magnet motor all-wheel drive system, making 435 horses. In higher trims, the rear motor is upgraded to an induction one, raising the power output to 544. For now, there are 2 battery pack options, 70 and 100 kWh, offering from 190 to 267 miles of EPA range. The EC6 has a fully digital cabin with Nomi-made 2.0 AI, and it comes equipped with NIO ProPilot system featuring 23 different sensors and 20 driver assist functions. Tesla Model Y. Despite some minor build quality issues, the Model Y crossover might end up becoming the most successful Tesla yet, actually surpassing the glory of its sedan counterpart, Model 3. The crossover is offered in long-range and performance trims, both motivated by dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrains. According to the most recent update on Tesla's website, the former can now do 326 miles on a charge, speed to 135 mph, and it takes 4.8 seconds to accelerate to 60. The performance version covers 303 miles, while enhancing the driving parameters to 155 mph and 3.5 seconds respectively. In 2021, Tesla plans to introduce a rear-wheel drive long-range version of the Y. Plus, the European make of the model will be built with a single-piece rear and front frame cast and a new structural battery pack with 4,680 cells. Audi e-tron Sportback and Sportback S. The original all-electric Audi has been showing positive sales dynamics, currently accounting to nearly 5% share out of the overall Audi volume. Its coupe-SUV version is barely starting to roll off the production lines, but it definitely has the potential to be the leading e-tron due to the sportier profile, more fitting to a proper Audi. At this point, the Sportback is sold in the standard and S performance versions, with the dual and triple motor quattro all-wheel drive powertrains. In the S variant, you can expect power delivery up to 496 horses with the overboost activated, which translates to 4.5 seconds 0 to 60. In 2021, the Germans unlock 91% of the 95 kWh battery, effectively extending the range to 218 EPA miles with recharging capability at 150 kW. The e-tron's LED lighting utilizes the Matrix technology, and on the European market, it is sold with rear-view cameras instead of ordinary mirrors. Smash the like button if you want to speed up the transition to sustainable future. Join the conversation in the comments once you have finished watching the entire video. Let's keep going. Cupra Tavascan. Undoubtedly, the Tavascan was one of the most attractive concepts revealed in 2019, and according to SAD's new president Wayne Griffiths, it might actually end up rolling off the production lines by 2024. This SUV is expected to be built on the VW's MEB platform. It will keep the concept's sporty coupe-SUV styling and will have sizing similar to the VW ID.4. It's too early to guess any final specs, so let's revisit those of the concept. It has dual-motor electric powertrain that sends 306 horsepower to all 4 wheels, and is juiced by an 83 kWh battery with 77 kWh of usable capacity. The model is claimed to be good for 250 miles of driving, needs less than 6.5 seconds to accelerate to 60, and comes with a premium quality interior with floating sports seats and a fully digital cockpit. Kia Futuron. This concept gives us a chance to predict the possible look of Korean crossovers in the nearest decade. Kia designers see the new H models as coupe-SUVs with ultra-low profile, full panoramic glasshouse roof, and super wide tiger nose grille. The headlights incorporate the so-called star cloud layout, consisting of numerous LEDs. The integrated so-called movable scale system can alternate the headlight's aperture, allowing the projectors to go from DRLs to full beam. The Kia Futuron has elevated ground clearance and rides on huge wheels with integrated ambient lighting. The Level 4 autonomy has influenced the design of the spacious interior. The honeycomb-shaped seats can recline automatically when the driver has no intention to focus on the road. The powertrain includes a high-capacity battery mounted underneath the floor and 4 electric motors spinning each wheel, though Kia have not yet revealed even the theoretic specs. Skoda Vision IV. This concept was unveiled back in 2019 as a preview to the upcoming electric vehicle by Skoda, Enyaq IV. The latter is already on its way to production in the orthodox SUV form, but a coupe-like body style is definitely to follow. Since it is an MEB-based crossover, its performance specifications are a perfect match to the VW ID.4 and Audi Q4 e-tron, hence a 302 horsepower dual-motor all-wheel drive powertrain, around 250 miles of range, and 150 kilowatt fast charging. Not likely to be offered on the production version, the CV has no door handles and no mirrors, instead featuring touch opening and 180-degree cameras on the sides. Citroen EC4. The new generation subcompact loses its silly cactus moniker and introduces a much more mature design language. The coupe-SUV profile is given extra ruggedness with raised wheel arches, small spoiler and high bumper in the rear, and of course signature super slim daytime running lights. The model becomes the 5th member of Citroen's electrified family and sports an all-electric single-motor drivetrain with a 50 kWh battery. Its official range reaches WLTP 315 km, which should translate to around 193 EPA miles. Just as its gasoline and diesel siblings, the new Citroen EC4 will be riding on the progressive hydraulic cushion suspension that comfortably eats bumps. Plus, its interior is carried out in line with the brand's advanced comfort program. The new seats are well cushioned, there is lumbar support for the front occupants, and the interior tech now includes a digital dash and a 10-inch infotainment with a head-up display. What do you think about the coupe-SUV body style on the electric models? Is it just an impractical gimmick or a worthy design feature that will sell a lot of EVs? Join the conversation down below and smash the like button to speed up the transition to all-electric vehicles. Subscribe to Automotive Territory and proceed to watching other electrified videos by clicking on the icons. May the torque be with you!